Right in front of me, we have a massive opportunity here. We have Initia or INIT, a Binance-backed coin, and this is going to be my Initia price prediction. This is what I do when I start trading a project. A project is launched and I do the technical analysis. I initiate my own strategy onto the project. We get some nice price predictions out of it, and we also get a projection of the best possible way to trade the project. I'm gonna do all of this live in this video, so just sit back, relax, and I'll take you guys through the process. There are some pretty interesting things with the project. Of course, it's Binance backed, it's in a strong uptrend. Not only that, the 24-hour trading volume here is 400 million, while the market cap is 200 million. Basically what this means is that the volume to market cap ratio in the last 24 hours is 200%. Absolutely massive, and this sets the project up for very easily being able to move in the upwards direction. And basically most of these top 100 projects, they aim for a $1 billion market cap and very easily get there or temporarily get there. As you can see, it starts from like 700 million and moves upwards. But what this means is that for Initia, this would be a very simple 5x, easily moving above $5. That is not my official price prediction because there are many things to keep into consideration here. So let's get to the process. Right, so for the actual technical analysis, Initia is gonna be dependent on Bitcoin like every other project. This is also because Bitcoin has such a big market cap. It kind of reflects the amount of cash flowing into crypto in general and kind of the interest of crypto in general. Bitcoin recovered nicely here. It dipped and bounced, not even on the 100k support level, actually bounced on like the 101k level, which shows real strength in Bitcoin. That is pretty amazing. Let's do some actual technical analysis here for Initia. Let's see where this project realistically can go. The thing is here that we are in uncharted territory. We are breaking through in a very strong uptrend, giving a lot of gains. If you guys were in on the Patreon trades, you would be able to see us recommending Initia live here, basically nailing over 150% in profits. Absolutely massive. But if you're not in on the project yet, there's kind of a big question here, like should you be buying right now or when should you be buying? I think we could do a solid price prediction and then discuss on when or if you should enter a project like this. Now, I'm gonna be purely speaking about my own strategy here and what I would do personally. That's the only thing I can talk about. Basically, where would I put my money? If I were to put this money for the challenge on the line for this project, how would I be trading it? Let's first start by putting down some support and resistance levels so we get a good foundation. We got a support and resistance level right here around the $1 sign, but it has been bouncing a little further up than that, right around here. So this is the $1.0351 support and resistance level. And we got another one, actually kind of interesting. This is where it peaked when it first launched, all the way up here, kind of putting a support and resistance level all the way up here that it just recently broke through. These are going to be the key levels for us right now. But here is the interesting thing. Not all of these projects make it. Some of them come crashing down in the future. So we can prepare for that. If we want to extract money from a project like this here for a very long time, then we need to put down some support and resistance levels further down as well. Because you guys know, I make most of my money shorting projects, not longing projects. It's kind of my whole strategy. The long position has a lot of upside, but it's easier to know that after a big pump comes a crash or a dip or a correction, instead of trying to chase pumps everywhere. That's basically what everyone else is doing. It looks like we have another support and resistance level right around the $0.9 level, right around here. It's a little bit below here, which is quite interesting. It didn't really manage, like it failed to break through here, but then pumped straight through. Kind of interesting. These are some good levels here to keep for the future as we will be trading this project. As you guys can see, the project is in a solid uptrend on the 2-hour time frame. The project is in a solid uptrend on the 4-hour time frame. It had a few fake outs here because the initial volatility of this project is quite massive. It's actually been very hard to trade on a slow time frame, and it's actually been performing better on the 2-hour time frame, actually letting you not be faked out on some initial volatility here in the beginning, but all of this here in the beginning has been pretty rough. Now we can see a solid new trend forming, which means that we'll have a solid trend up and followed by a solid correction. If you did not manage to enter the project on the 2-hour or the 4-hour time frame, there will be more opportunities. However, they will be on the 1 hour. For example, you just got an opportunity here on the 1-hour time frame to enter the project, or you can wait for an entry on the 2-hour time frame. The 2-hour time frame does look better, and it basically reduces the chance of you entering when the project is just turning around. If we look at the overall trend of the project, it has not yet formed a trend on the daily time frame. It is formed on the 4-hour time frame, of course formed on the other time frames, basically a confirmed uptrend on all of these time frames. If you're still holding this long position, what you should consider doing is pulling your stop loss all the way up pretty far so you basically can secure some profits. This project could still do a 5x from here, which would be massive, but we can't really predict it, so we need to play it safe and secure our gains. Personally, I'd pull it up to either right below the $1 level, like depending on the amount of profits you have so far. And if you want to be really secure, you can pull it up to like the $1.11 level, right below where it crashed down here. That would mean that you're sort of protected, but as you guys can see, the project moves very, very rapidly. Within 3 candles here, moving 25%, which is just absolutely crazy. If you missed this trade here, what you can do is wait for another entry opportunity on the 2-hour time frame, wait for it to turn red, and then wait for it to turn green again. If it's green on the 4-hour and on the daily when we get a daily trend, then that's the absolute best scenario to be entering this trade. Other than that, what you can do is sit here and wait for the shorting opportunity. When Bitcoin turns into a downtrend on the 4-hour time frame, when this project turns into a downtrend on the 4-hour time frame, and this is going to be the most important thing to keep track of here, when the 24-hour trading volume goes way lower than this, down by over 50%. So when it's below 200 million, that's the first sign that the project is losing a little bit of momentum. And then when it's below 100 million, that's when you can start looking at it seriously, like, okay, now we're finally getting our shorting opportunity. This project is gonna give us some massive gains, but we need reduced volatility to trade it properly. We need a solid trend foundation on all time frames to secure it, to get the highest possible win rate. Yes, you can trade it now. Yes, you can enter with new positions, but the risk is a little bit higher than waiting for maximum confirmations on all time frames. That is why I'm trading a little bit slower here on the $1,500 challenge, because I want basically putting my strategy to the ultimate test here of getting the highest possible win rate. So far, we've been chaining win after win after win, climbing from $1,500 all the way up to 5.4K. It's been absolutely great. So I don't want to feel FOMO and randomly enter a trade like this. I want all of my signs in my strategy to align properly so we can enter a proper trade. Hope you all make massive gains, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.